Right, so I'll just put the wee thing in the chat. Actually, I think it would be better to put the thing for just talking to myself while I'm sure you've worked that out, but oh no, but there's two links. Wait a minute, I'll go to the posts. Hello, yay! I'm glad you came back. Right, so wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to stop this for 11:11. So this is only going to be about half an hour-ish because I'm going to do Taurus. So that has worked out right. No, wait a minute. So if that's, can I do the maths here? Oh, I can't do the maths, just roughly. Well, yeah, I'll put the timer on for that and then that'll go off. I'm going to put the timer on. Let's be exact about this shit. The timer is... oh, I hadn't set the timer. I thought I had. 11... Let's set it for 11:05 so that I'm going... There. Oh, because it would be 23:05. That's what it is. Oh, God, it was never going to go off. Careful of making mistakes. That's what I've realised. That's what I've realised when I was like, but this is all channeling, so this is like to do with other stuff when I'm saying about this. Oh, why is the screen black? Somebody feels in the dark. Is this following on from what I've done before? Uh, right, so I wanted to share this, right? I don't know if I've ever shared this before, but I've definitely shared, I have shared before, but not for ages, right? That like I've still got drawings from like things that kids have drew me, like I'm talking like 15 years ago and stuff. It's crazy. Like I've probably still got ones from 20 years ago, but you probably won't be able to see them anymore. But I'm very sentimental like that, right? And but I've worked with like the most amazing, I mean, all children are amazing, right? But when I say like creative, like, yeah, I've worked with a few children over the years that had like amazing drawing and painting skills, but it was quite clearly like, mixed in with being psychic and stuff. Like there's one wee girl that really sticks out to me that she used to like she'd be like me, but she was like honestly tiny. She was like Matilda. She was blonde hair, but she was like tiny, and she had quite an old fashioned name. She was amazing. Obviously, I'm not going to say her name, but I mean, the funny thing is, like, God, I can't. Oh my God, that's so scary when I try to work out how old. I mean, she'll be a teenager now, so that's really crazy. I just wonder, like, that it's just crazy to think that I could be down the beach or something and bump into that girl and like I just think her energy was so unique that I would be like, maybe I wouldn't clock who it is. But obviously they would never remember. Well, I don't know actually. That's kind of one of the situations where that wee girl, however old she probably would, like, she'd be like, oh, you were my nursery teacher when I was like 2. Do you know what I mean? But she was just like really, like, it was weird. She was like a little old lady in like a kid's body. But anyway, the point was, I don't think that wasn't her that drew this. I think this was another wee girl that, oh my God, she was, yeah. So basically, there's a few wee girls I work with in nurseries that have been super psychic and they do it through their drawings, right? I could, I don't need to do a sound check. You can hear me because you said hi. But um, this one I just came across the other day. Like, I don't know, it wasn't the other day, it was the other week. And I thought, that is so cute. And like, I can actually remember, the day she drew it for me. And she just randomly was like, this is you and your boyfriend. And I was like, I've not got a boyfriend. She was like, well, this is you. This is you and your boyfriend. And I'm like, okay, you're saying that. I'm going to stick with it. So basically, the message is, if you see this guy kicking about, can you send him my way? but, it's like, I've got loads of drawings like that. But this one's fading away. And I seem to only have one tooth. So I hope this guy's not turning up when I'm fucking my teeth's falling out. I'm going to the dentist next week. it's, it's just for a little, it's just for a little filling though, so it's not It was a bit of my tooth though. It wasn't the whole tooth, fuck Christ. But it's like, but yeah, the point is it's like it's really cute. I've got it by my bed because I just remembered it. I can't remember what she said. She said something like really meaningful as well, which I wish I could remember and I can't, but it was cute. And I'm telling that is like I think that drawing might be like 15 years old or something. Honestly think it is. It's really old. So I might even that's actually too precious to be kicking about like that because I don't want to get I think that maybe is a bit I think that isn't just wear and tear. I think maybe there's water from when I've got a cup of tea and that next to my bed. But um but yeah, that same little girl that drew that picture, I remember her once saying someone was pregnant, like in the nursery. And it was like someone, I don't think it was someone that worked there. I think it was like one of the other mums. And like she was just kind of like, I don't know what she said, but she said something, and it turned out like the woman was. But it was funny because she was like, oh, I'm not. And it was like she was. So that's what I mean. It was like whenever that little girl drew stuff, we all paid attention. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's quite a bold move. Actually, that's quite funny. Fucking hell, I've never thought about that. That's really weird. It wasn't so funny. Oh my God, now we're getting too deep, but that's quite strange. One of the only times I've bumped into mine serendipitously, he was actually wearing a very bold, like bright t-shirt. I don't know if you would say it was orange or pink. I mean, he did really suit it, but it was like because he's got like I'm fucking pale and dark hair, and he's like tanned and you know what I mean. We are twin flames in that way, but it's like you know, yeah, just basically, yeah, just it's my mum goes like that, like tan skin, and she just looks at the fucking sun. That's not me. I'm like no, but no, but that's quite funny because I was just about to make the joke, and then they flashed that up in my mind. But it's like yeah, quite a bold move. Not everyone could pull that off. Don't even know if mine could pull that off now because that was quite a while ago that I saw. It's like, anyway, um, right, moving on. So, stillness amidst turmoil, feel emotional integration. So that's why I called that. Although I might end up using the wee pictures as a thumbnail, but let's pause for the thumbnail. Right, okay, so I've no idea what's going to come out for the next just over a half an hour, but let's just see. And we're focusing it in on the loved ones in it. So if I feel somebody building around me, I'll go with it. If not, we'll just, collectively do what I usually do. But I would say because the dolphins coming in there at the end there for you, Beck, I do feel the dolphins coming in because dolphins is my sign for New Earth and inner child because I was obsessed with it as a child. I had everywhere. It was like and it's just so funny. I always say it the same way, but it's like I am in like I've not got anything dolphin now. And it's funny because my niece randomly said when I asked what her favorite animal was, she actually said dolphins. And I thought that's funny because I've never heard her say that. But I don't know if her answer would be the same now, mind you. But if it was the wee one, it definitely wouldn't be because she's random. She's an Aquarius moon. She's one that just she constantly cracks me up. But the other one, I'll ask her again and see if she says the same. But anyway, I know that that's something you connect with. And I really do feel that was your mum coming in because I'm still looking at that card. Your smile once lit up my entire world because now I feel that's your mum saying that to you. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like and I feel like when I was describing that to you about and notice like when whatever you said, like I wasn't joking, like it's like she wants you to wait for the person that loves you like that, like it's worth it. Because I mean, you're a whole 10 years younger than me, aren't you? And I'm fucking saying that at this age, and you've got plenty of time. It's what is the hurry, and that is what I was getting at with that live stream. It's like there's so much pressure put on women to settle down. And I'm not being funny, but look at how many people are with the wrong person and unhappy or needing to fucking get divorces and all that kind of shit. So just, don't rush things. Make sure you're choosing somebody that's worthy of you, that's a nice fucking person, that's gonna more than a nice person, that's gonna treat you right. Cool. What else? Yeah, like the star on the top of the tree, because it's like now um she's pulling me to the star on top of the tree, and she's pulling me to another star that I've got just below that that is like a it's kind of it's like a shooting star shape. Oh my God. Christ, I'm gonna be crying again. Oh, and again, so it's like I think she's used that before because the mums actually like to come through and do that. But you've seen me hold up that picture before that my niece drew on my 40th, where it's like, it's like an older stick woman with a wee girl. And it's just her sort of saying that it's like, like you shine that bright and you need somebody that sees you as that special. Like you're not just one of these other ones. Like my tree's looking shit hot, right? I always do it shit hot. Although I have to say, because I'm a perfectionist, this is possibly the worst tree I've ever decorated. I decorated it yesterday, and it was just because I thought my week is going to be, and actually, it turns out it's not. But I'm not going to take it off. I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to take it off and do it again because I'm off tomorrow. I can't be arsed. I'm not caring that much about it. But it's kind of like it still looks good. You know what I mean? Because some people just really like some people's trees can look like a total dog sinner. It's not that it's all matchy. It's glittery. It's red. It's gold. It's all got it going on. It's got a few unique things that are just special. They kind of clash in a bit, but it still looks good, right? It's got wee presents and stuff. So what I'm trying to get at here is all these other wee things are lovely when you home in on the specifics, like all around the tree. But your mum's like you're that star right on top of the tree. And if somebody is treating you like one of these glittery Christmas trees right down at the bottom, they ain't for you. And it's that poem that I found funnily enough, when I was in the start of my Twin Flame Awakening Dark Night of the Soul, way, way back, right at the start, when it would be, I think, the worst of it would be, because that happened in 2010, but it would be 2011 and 2012 was the hell of it, somewhere along then. And I remember finding a wee piece of writing that was like, the boys that are worth it will climb all the way to the top of the tree to pick the apples at the top of the tree, meaning that you're the apple at the top of the tree. And the other ones that basically won't put in the effort, that they're not going to treat you right anyway. They just pick the rotten fruit up off the ground. I don't think I need to go any further what the rotten fruit is. But, the ones that are easy to pick up, they're on the flares. So do you know what I'm saying? It's like they're not hard to get to. They're there for the picking, and the boys or the men that can't be bothered climb the top of the tree, well, there you go. You can pick that up off the ground if you don't want the ones that are at the top. So, and again, it's nothing to do, it's just an analogy, but I feel it's more like, if you're loving yourself, respecting yourself, valuing yourself, um, the right man's going to find that really attractive because it is really hot. Like, if I can put myself, if I was a man, if I were a boy, I would understand. There's that song again. But you know what I mean? If I was a man, like, would I be more attractive to the woman that's putting it about everywhere? Not saying that is, you know what I mean? This is just an analogy, but it's kind of like if someone was kind of free and loose and they're with that person last Tuesday and they're fucking with a different person, or you know what I mean? Or somebody that's kind of like, they're not just going to get with just anyone. And actually, they're not really going to just drop their fucking whatever, you know, just because I wink or say hi. That's kind of hot. Whereas if you've not evolved, like, if you're kind of like stuck at a level of consciousness, you'd think, oh, fuck, that's too much like hard work. And then that actually goes back to the collective one, like, where that'd probably be a group of guys or even get like Fred, just kind of like, oh no, they're hard work, but actually they'll, what I mean, put out. It's kind of like, it's not the type of people you want anyway. Um, you want somebody that's going to see your worth and put in the work, and you're going to do that for each other. Um, and that's basically what your mum wants for you. And that might seem unattainable, but it's not. Wait for that guy. I'm sure she'll keep you in check through me on these live feeds. But yeah, she just keeps on me. Look, your smile once lit up my entire world. You need somebody that feels like that about you. Do you ever think about me late at night? You want somebody sitting up thinking about you late at night. They can't get your smile out of their head because you meant that much to them. Soul connection, because you've got a soul connection. It's not just like, oh yeah, they're hot, I want to get them into bed. It's like, I'm really attracted to them, but it's like a sapiosexual kind of connection as well. I'm still going to be here, but gaming, so won't talk much. Adorable drawing, I wouldn't accept less. Right, well, I hope you're listening though, because your mum is connecting here, so don't drift off too much, or I will lose her connection. But it doesn't need to be that long. She's just coming because I've already connected with her before. She's just coming in. Yeah, she's pulling me the block. Be happy. She wants you to be happy. Quite funny actually. As I was saying that about more than basically, it was kind of more than just physical. The song "Physical" Dua Lipa was on. Kind of funny, isn't it? When I'm talking about something needs to be more. Oh no, it's just coming on. You know, I don't know what all the lyrics are of that, but like it's easy to have that physical attraction and physical connection with someone, but it's like you need that soul connection too. Soul connection. She's like, yeah, I said what I said, so wait for it. Because you wouldn't have gravitated and found yourself to this channel if that wasn't on your path. Finding the stillness. Like you're in a place in your life where you need to connect with you first and foremost. It might be a bit of a boring message, but that's the message. What do you need to release karma wise? Choose with love. Love is the most powerful force. Choose love over fear, and your life will transform. Yeah, so I'm going to just leave that wee message there for your mum coming in because it's just basically what I'd said for the end of the last one. But it's like, this has got an angry looking man on it too. So it's like, that's a very strong message. It's like if you've been caught up with like, not very nice guys in the past, maybe like narcissistic, kind of just nasty fuckers, you know what I mean? Like, um, that would purely be if you feel the pressure of society to like, oh god, I need to pick someone. You know what I mean? Like I've said, I don't mind at all. I've said in the past, I didn't do it that way. But back in my day, oh my god, Christ, I sound old now, don't I? But it's kind of like back in my day, it was more if I was like reflecting, I was like, shit, I haven't slept with someone in 6 months. It wasn't like I was like, oh my god, I need to go and get don't get me wrong, it wasn't like a conscious, it wasn't like that. Oh my god. It was more just kind of like, your thoughts are powerful. I would just sort of think to myself, oh fuck, that's really weird. You know what I mean? Because I've been single all these years. You know what I mean? Like, and especially actually, you know what I mean? Before I was fully like that, like, locked in twin flame journey totally, you can't, before it gets to that point, it's it would just happen. Like, and I'm really not like that. I don't want to get too much into this, but I have went into this loads of times before. So, oh yeah, it's because I've got Venus in Aries and the moon's in Aries right now. I'm just being honest. It's like, because loads of people, let's face it, loads of people do way worse than this. Because I'm like really picky, fussy, whatever you want to say. People would always say shit like that about me, but it's not that. It's just I'm selective and I value my energy. But unfortunately, I don't like to live with regrets. But I can think of loads of times where it was obviously a subconscious kind of pressure because other people wouldn't be like leaving it that long. And it's like, I'd be like, oh no, like shit, like, but it was because I was fucking in love with him, you know what I mean? I'm not wanting to just go out and fucking put it about with some fucking randoms, you know what I mean? But like, he wasn't around, so, and then it wasn't as well that it was kind of like, oh my god, I'm gagging on a shit. It wasn't that either. It was just more, it was like, oh my god, I just feel like this isn't, it's not normal. Um, I just think how sad. I'd want to go back to my past self and like, if you don't want to do it, you don't need to do it. Because there's so many people now, younger people, that you wouldn't cave like that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to shame my past self, like, but because that didn't happen a whole lot, but there are a few times, you know what I mean, that it's like, I didn't really want to do that actually. Um, so just make sure you're doing what you want to do. You know what I mean? When you wake up in the morning with more than just a hangover, you're waking like, oh Christ, how the fuck did I get rid of this person? I'm talking, this is some Mercury retrograde hangovers. Like, this is where we maybe forget, but I'm not forgetting where I am. But you know what I'm saying? That these are the conversations we can have in private Zooms, but that is the worst day when you wake up and you're just like, this person needs to leave because I didn't even want them to be here in the first place. I don't know how this has happened. So that's when people wake up after Mercury retrograde and it's like, shit, what have I done? Except it might not be a one night stand. It might be like, shit, what have I done? I've fucking married. I've married a mistake. I've married a Mercury retrograde. Hopefully nobody's in that situ. But I think I always mention Prince Eric waking up from a spell, don't I? Like before he marries Ursula. I think it feels like that. People, time to decide. Make a decision now so you can move forward. Right. This is a strong collective message today. That it's like we're out of Mercury retrograde. We're still in the shadow. There's decisions that it's safe enough to make a decision to move forward. But the thing is, it's like you're going to still have delays and distractions that get in your way because we're still in the shadow. But it's time to decide and move forward, whatever that is. But it's about love or other things in your life, and it's about reaching for the stars. So it's funny because I was going into another message there, but it's still fitting in for you. Reach for the stars, Orchid. You deserve only the best, and this is all you should focus your attention on. And then look, so this feels like it's fitting the collective. Balanced friendship, but it was in reverse. So that it's like those of you in the masculine energy, male and female, where it doesn't feel like you've got balanced support around you. Like it feels like people are quite happy to keep you at a certain level and not reaching for the best of the best. Side note, my ex has been stalking my Insta. Oh dear. Not the best. But is he the one that, like, you don't want to be back with him, but he's not like dangerous or anything, is he? He's not like a toxic one. Is he just somebody that, like, he's no for you kind of thing? You don't need to go into too much detail, but just for you can if you want. You know better than me what's okay. Right, so let's just get, oh no, that whole deck nearly fell. Let's just get other random ones for people that are watching the replay that might be a little bit too shy to, oh shit, that's what I was going to do, but might be a little bit too shy to speak up. If you're not too shy to speak up, and I will, well, just speak up and chat. I might tune into your energy. I've got more chance of tuning into your energy if you speak up, kind of thing. I can't believe what that's throws me on. That's totally done me dirty. I need to change. Wait a minute, I need to change that once. I need to change that right away. It's some of the things it freezes me on. It's quite hilarious. Right, let's grab the. Where are the Clairs things? So, if you would like to join in on what I call Psychic School, and it's Awaken, Activate, and Amplify Your Clairs, these are the 2 dates. Hopefully, they fit. And like I said, hopefully, it sounded like there's a couple of people in the membership that are up for that. So, I think it will be going ahead, but I'll obviously update you over the weekend because it's going to be on Monday. Oh my God, what the hell? That's so funny. It just went from 7 people watching to 39 on that one I just finished. It never tells me that. It said there was 2 people watching the whole time. So does like the other 37 people just come to watch it when I'm off, or they shite themselves that much about watching it live? That's how many stalkers I've got. Only kidding, but I mean, you never know. It might not be a joke. Right, so these are the 2 links. So that's the 2 dates. So if you want to do that, if you just go ahead and book that. And like I said, if for any reason either of them aren't going ahead, because fuck, I'll be delighted if both of them are going ahead. But if one of them isn't going ahead, what I'll do is I just press refund and it'll send you the exact money that you sent. You might not get it back for 3 days, so just be aware of that if that's going to be a thing. It might come. I think it comes back pretty much right away, but it might take 3 working days. But probably what would be the most easiest is if you're happy to either get like no, I think I decided it wasn't a 30-minute because that's more money than that. And it gets too complicated. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's 45 for the 30-minute one. So if it wouldn't work out. So I think what I would do is I would do like a private unlisted, like a 30-minute private unlisted, which my ones like that are like double that now. So you would be getting a half price basically. So as long as you were happy with that, I'd be happy with that. and otherwise I'll just refund it. So just be aware of that if you're sending it. But I think we are going ahead, you know, at least one of them. I just don't know what one. And I'll only know by you guys booking that. But like I said, I know that 2 of the people in the membership were up for it. So we just need to see if the other 2 people are. So there's more people than that in the membership, but it's anyway, no, I think it is good. I've got a good sense that I think definitely there's one of them going ahead. So the one on Monday is planned to be, I kept saying 7 till 9. So I'm wondering if, like, put this way, right? Sorry, it's hard to get, I need to get all the housework out here. It's like, I call the housework the bits and bobs, like I'm talking about now. So I kept saying it's 7 till 9 on Monday. And that's making me wonder. Hello, Brandy. Welcome back. That's making me wonder because it's meant to be 9 till 11 UK time on Monday night. So basically a week tonight. But I kept saying 7 till 9. So it might be that the amount of people that want to do it are like, that suits you better. So just what to do is, oh, the one stalking you is a bit iffy, right? Sorry to hear that. Calling in extra protection for you. But that would, Christ, that would fit in very well with some of the collective ones I've done. If you want to do either of them and you're like, I want to do that, but those times don't suit, I would take that into account. It just gets a bit of a headache, doesn't it? But especially the daytime one, I just took a stab in the dark by saying 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock because it's like afternoon my time. I don't know, I just so and it's just they're both Leo moon, so yeah, just let me know. But I think we'll be doing at least one of them, so I'll update you. I'll update you by Friday. Hopefully I'll know. I'll have a good idea about what one's definitely going ahead. But it'd be great if both of them are. Right, okay, so let's just pick up on somebody out there that's either watching on the replay that's not talking, could be talking though, or that what I meant is watching on the live but not talking, or you could be talking as well, or you're watching the replay. So this is how you'll know it's you. Clear the karmic. Christ, these are not very easy. See, clear the karmic weight. The past still lives in what you haven't faced. Name the weight you carry and choose to release it now. So what I will say is I feel whoever this is for, right? I don't say this with everything that I do, but I'm feeling it so strongly. This is somebody that it's like, because of like this full moon is hitting, well, it's not exactly at my, like, man, it's not the exact degree of my North Node, but my North Node is in Gemini in the 8th house, and this is a full moon in Gemini. So it's passing my North Node. And with my North Node being there all the time, what I do is deliverance, and I basically help lift the karmic weight off of people, the debt. And it's why people can feel heavy as fuck. And then as soon after they've had a session, they feel light, and you know, all the things that people say all the time. So I really do feel that it's something around like somebody that you would, you know, now whether this person finds it or not, but I feel this is going to be somebody that has been on your mind about, you know, do I book now, do I not, do I leave it? So I feel this is somebody you've at least had a session with before, if not worked with me for years or, you know, however long. Or you might not have had it, but it's, you know, you're like, no, and this is the sign. It's definitely divine timing for me to help somebody with something like a big karmic debt, you know, to lift something off you on the, I would say specifically on Thursday. Now this, but keeping in mind, like, this could be, I'm already working on Thursday morning, which I don't usually work that early, but you know, I have got space in the afternoon and night before I do the live on here. And obviously the personal session would come priority before this anyway, because it's bookings, but and I would still do the live. But yeah, it's basically, I think it's a, like, the best time for a session is the full moon, because it illuminates your subconscious, and it's like, oh, you know, it's more intense, and it's wise, you know, it's not, put it this way, it's a great time to go a healer, because I'll be able to help you what's been illuminated. It's not necessarily the best time to take action, like have a conversation with someone, because you're so heightened. It really just depends. If you're feeling like you love someone, you need to go and tell someone you love them, then, you know, it's a good time. But if you're feeling angry and you will get anger out, not the best time, I would say, because especially the supermoon exaggerates everything. But it just, they're just saying to me, because it's the full moon in my 8th house, it's really going to help lift something, like light up something dark in your life to do with karma. So again, that, like I said, that's really specific. So And I feel like this is the next part of somebody that needs to hear this. So it doesn't need to be a Friday. I'm working Thursday and Friday. So if you're feeling like that's you, I would think, carefully about whether to do that or not. And it's not like, oh, if you don't, you feel that it's you and you don't do it. It's not like, oh, that's it. I can always help you at another time. But I'm just saying, it feels like it's more pressing. The more I try to hide my feelings, the more obvious they become. So, oh, this feels like something from the past. This feels like me in this picture because it's the woman that's saying that. The more I try to look at that, it is like she's the one that's getting a red face. And that's what it was like. Honestly, that's what I mean. See, when I was so that this happens for a reason. So I feel this is like somebody that's going to resonate with how, whether you're a woman or a man, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, like, I don't know. I've just been about. There was loads of memories that come back to me. I don't know if it was like last night or the week or something, but it's like I was just thinking back to these times in my life, and I felt it, and it was just horrible because it was like you're trying to hide, you can't, and you don't know what the fuck's going on, and everybody knows, or you feel like everyone knows, but everybody did know in my case, because it was just so because it's just so intense to me and him. If we're in the same place, you can just tell something weird's going on. So yeah, I feel it's the same with you. It's like, but I feel it's like I feel this is a man that can't hide this. So maybe it's a man that can't hide it from, well, it's either the twin flame or other people. Um, can you still trust him or her? Oh Christ, what are we getting into now? Oh my god, there's a fucking ring. Can you still? So right, highly specific here, but it's like, is there a man out there that's needing help because you're like can't hide your feelings for somebody from the past that's a twin flame, and you're starting to doubt whether you trust the one you're with because that has got a wedding ring that is not on his finger and he's got his hand on a letter. And this says what you're searching for, it may not be what you truly want. So I feel this is somebody, so it might not be a man, it could be a woman. That looks like a man's handle. It's like, this feels like somebody that was caught up in an illusion trying to find something in a karmic energy that they were never going to find, but they've woke up to that. So it just feels like there's a lot of men I'm channeling that are going to need basically counseling, like counseling and therapy about how did I get myself into this situation. When I feel that way about this person, there's you again, Beck. um, or this could even look like me in my one of my younger years, but not really because she's got. Have you got brown eyes? What colour's your eyes again? Your smile once lit up my entire world. Yeah, I feel this is somebody that's like, never got over somebody from the past, and the energy is so overpowering. It could have actually led to the breakdown of the relationship. So again, that's complicated, isn't it? Because it's like I feel if you're the twin flame, it's not you that's done it. It's this person's feelings for you engulf the room. Like everybody knows it. And it's like, so whatever this person was in has like completely crumbled, or it will. Because it's like they've got the Ace of Cups for you. That's the most love ever. That's like brand new beginnings. That's like birth for something new. It's loads of things, but it's like my cup runneth over. Like this person's, it's like what I'm hearing is whoever this is for. So like whether you're the feminine on the receiving end of this, male or female, or because I've helped some guys before that are in the feminine energy that like they're twin flames in the masculine, they've got themselves caught up pregnant to like a karmic person or something, but it's like um this person's marriage has broke down in this case because it's specifically with that picture because they were never in love with the other person because they never fell out of love with you, and this is what the person's realizing. So whether you're that person needing help or you're the person on receiving end of this, and they're like 78 cards, we said what we said, the love is too overpowering between the two of you. Christ, I hope you don't live in the same village or something like everyone knows or something. But it's like that, yeah, look, this person This person could have been refusing to see that in the past, but now they're not. Like they're fully out of denial. And their world is dark without you. Star in reverse. They could even be depressed. So I'd imagine if they're in that exact situation, no longer putting in hard work in a marriage. Oh, you have got brown eyes, huh? Look, and you're lighting. Oh, that fits with all the other stuff. It's like, you know, you're lighting up this person's world. Somebody's signing papers on that video. Marriage card, 41s. I don't know what the all ins and outs are of this, but the alarm's going to go off in a minute for me to get on my Taurus. So maybe we're going to find, maybe it'll carry on. I don't know if it'll carry on, but look, that ring was off and they were signing papers. That could be somebody, that could be a divorce finalizing, and like someone wants to come in and offer their love, maybe even an actual marriage, like, you know what I mean? Because that is the marriage card. Or they at least want to get down and party with you, because that's my energy. That's the 41s. That's me bringing in the union energy. But yeah, that's come out. What is it? Twice or three times. This person's got a whole load of love for you. I think that's just that textbook what's come through before. This person feels like they married the wrong person. So however long this has taken, it feels like that's over. Next. I don't think it's quite like that, people, is it? We need some more tea. Where are those other cards? Here's those other horrible cards, but we need to just see what this is about. Why? What's went down? Looking you up, researching you, studying you, getting info. When you're saying you've got an X stalking you, the synchronicity is a bit much, isn't it? So again, this whoever the person is that the person split up from might still be like, you know, not well, it might not be the same person, but someone stalking them. Marrying for money in reverse. Oh Christ, this is building a story. Yeah, somebody got into a marriage of convenience. It was like not through love. It was like business, or we're doing it for the kids, or it was something that wasn't like I just said. They weren't in love with this person anyway. It was convenience. Don't think. But yeah, look, threatening. That's always my narcissist card. This was not, and this person is not. It played out. Yeah, the nicest of exes. Reflecting this person's healing from whatever that was. Getting readings, but right, shit, this is a bit creepy. Um, that's a bit complicated if it's the same. I don't think it's the same person. Like, whoever that person's I'd say got a divorce from, or getting a divorce. That person's signing papers and the rings off. Somebody's getting readings and stalking them. So only you're going to know, is that the person you've just got divorced from that's a drama starter? Right? So maybe that's why someone's getting divorced from someone. But look, true colours and closing a cycle. What is this? Somebody's closing a cycle with a drama starter because they saw their true colours. And it's someone they've got a family with. Oh my God, this is quite a story. Heartbreak. Somebody feels like a jackass because they chose that over the divine feminine. Fed up, snowed under with work. Same shit, different days. So maybe somebody that worked the boss daddy pretty hard, playing games, too late, sweet talk. So, right, I think that somebody was sweet talked back into something, manipulated is the word I would use, back into a family environment. Um, and it's just all like it's all crumbled. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't right. Hello, Eva. How are you? Are you new? Honor your growth. Wisdom, understanding, fear. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Honor where you are right now. Celebrate your progress. Whoever I'm talking to, right? Because I feel like either the feminine could find this or the masculine. You've grown a lot while this person was going through quite a journey. And this is how they feel now. Like the happy guys chucking judgment and criticism in the sea. Sorry to laugh, but it's quite. Oh dear. Judging others only keeps you stuck in the past. Embrace compassion, release judgment. I feel whoever this is, all the people that resonate with this, I feel they're finally releasing the judgment of the path that they took in order to be happy. And I feel the path that would make them happy is to go towards the person that they've never fallen out of love with. So that's currently the feminine's working on your own. She's hugging a tree, but you do you, boo. You do your equivalent. And this guy's chucking judgment and fear in the sea. And let's shuffle these. Oh, good. Glad. Welcome. Are you on the Twinflame journey? You don't need to be, but especially not for Mediumship Monday. But I'm about to go into the. I think a few people stopped me. Yeah. Sorry, I've told you this before. Oh, I was saying that 11:11. It's divine time. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to put the shorts for today in the comments before I get lost in the sea of shorts. I pulled the 11:11 cards for today in the shorts, so that's pretty exciting. Everything had to play out, and the card even said played out. Sorry, I just spat the tea across her. But yeah, this person's spitting out that situation. It's like, I think this could be something as well, like with the moon going to be, the moon in Taurus will be opposite. No, sorry, it'll be conjunct Uranus and Taurus towards that full moon on Thursday. So at some point on Wednesday, which would mean, you know, shaking up family environments, well, home, money, value. I feel there could be a real spitting out your tea moment here. Like, I think there's going to be some shockers. And especially if you've got Scorpio placements at the high degrees as well, because it's at the 29th degree. If you've got, like, you know, any planets that are that, then that could bring some shockers about here. There are things I never got a chance to tell you. So look at all these letters flying. I feel that's exactly what I've just channeled here. This masculine has never been, they've been in love with you. They've possibly never told you, or I don't feel like this person said it very much, if they ever said it at all. But look at all those letters. It's that always reminds me of the Notebook when he wrote the letters for a year, and then the woman's mum, the girl's mum, hid them all. This person's got a lot they didn't tell you. If love had a weight, would you still carry it? Oh my God, that's really deep. Every time I've pulled that, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? But now, with what I've just tuned into, I feel the weight that's been carried by both these people. Oh, oh my God, that's why that happened. So earlier on today, I was like, you know, I was drying my hair with that new brush thing I was talking about. And I was like, I can barely hear the song, but I feel like it's important. And when I came through, it was "Go easy on me, babe, I was just a child." You know, it's that one, Adele. Go easy on me. There ain't no gold in this river that I've been washing my hands in forever. And I can't remember the rest of the words, but we all know the one I mean. So just go listen it to yourself. Go wee. I can't do it, it's too high. But did you enjoy that? You're welcome. I am an entertainer without meaning to be. Yes, anyway. Whatever that randomness was, you're welcome. Does anybody's now, who did it? So we spoke to Beck's mum. Could I just quickly check in? Could I check in with the granddad that I was really feeling on the video for today that I released yesterday? Could you just I can't remember what the granddad said at the time, to be honest. So but I just remembered because I just feel like there's a couple that was quite good, wasn't it? Not good singing, but just funny how. But that song feels significant because it's like, you know, in that, it's clearly about she tried hard with her husband to make it work for their son. I think it was a son she's got for their child. But I feel for others, like, because there was a strong message coming through that family card and someone's been manipulated back to the past because of children, however many, it feels like there's something with that because I always think that line, you know, go easy on me. I was just a child, didn't know. You know what I mean? It's like someone's made decisions about their life that had huge consequences, huge weights to carry when they were too young. And like now they're old, they're like, I don't know if I made the best decisions there. It's something like that, you know. But whatever you get from it, that's, you know, I know what the song's about, but I think for different circumstances, it can mean different things. New idea. Your newly divinely guided idea is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you're on the right path. So I feel tying in everything I just fit. Like, I think this could still be to do with all of that I've just picked up on, but I feel this is about, for some, it's like you're, you know, something to do with work. Like you're getting ideas and inspiration about something to do with work, actually, Brandy, this could be a you again with what you said about when I'd done your cards the last time and what it's whatever energy it shifted. So yeah, I think that's just confirmation for you. Yeah, it's a great song, isn't it? I just can't, I just clearly can't remember all the words. I do like the way it starts. I can't sing the Go Easy because who can? I mean, unless you're a singer, it's too. But it's I just like that bit. There ain't no gold in this river that I've been washing my hands in forever. I'll just keep saying that bit. It's like I love that other one, but I think they're reminding me of for what's the other one again? It was quite intense. They played it once on Timmy like fucking 10 years ago, and I hadn't heard it, and that's why I always remember because it was Kate and Dan. So maybe a situation like that with Kate and Dan because she's now married to like what's his name? Is it? I'm gonna get this wrong. Is oh my god, I want to say Franz Ferdinand, but is that not a band? It's named something like that. Might be right. I might be wrong. That might be right. I have no idea. But she's married to I think he's a footballer. Fuck knows him, right? But she was with Dan. Very good looking man on Towie, but he likes to put himself about. Um, but um, but it was like they were fucking bored, man. It was like two good looking people, and they were just bored out their tits, and they were just like. But it was like I liked her, but she was kind of toxic in it because it was like whenever he was like, getting to know somebody else, it was like she was like really intimidating. And she's intimidating because she was intimidating the one everyone else was intimidated by now. Amber, because that's who he moved on to. But that in that episode, I remember it. So this is my memory's weird for this dyslexia. Well, it's dyslexia, ADHD, whatever. I just remember, and it's but I think they're just flat. I can't even remember the song, and I'm remembering the whole scene. But it was like they're split up, and they've been split up for ages, and he's just fooled around with the new bird, basically. And they're all stuck awkwardly having breakfast the next morning. They're at different tables, but it's because they've been at some event and they're all together. Awkward. But, say it was like a wedding or something, they've all ended up at the same. It wasn't a wedding, but it's like, I mean, this could be, who knows what I'm channeling for people here. But it's like, she was just looking at them, staring at them. And it's like, it's like, fucking move on, hen. If you're not wanting to be with them, and that's controlling, that's toxic. Do you know what I mean? So that it feels like it's all going to fit with different people. But the song was oh, that's what it is. Our love ain't water under the bridge. I can't sing it, but I love that song. It is a band. I knew that. What's his name then? Fucking is it Fred Ferdinand or something? Is it not? Like, wait a minute, Fred Ferdinand. That's hilarious. Who is Kate from Towie married to? She's got a few kids in that one now. It's quite a nice story because I think she actually, I don't know if she's adopted them, but she basically became the stepmom of his children because I don't know if the other of his wife died or if they split up. I know, I think she would have died because I don't know the story. Rio Ferdinand, there you go. I knew it was Ferdinand. Kate from Towie is married to England footballer Rio Ferdinand. Yeah, they have two. Yeah, but they've got other children. They've got two children, Cree and Shay, and they've recently. Oh, of course, they've moved their family to Dubai. And then he's got three children from his previous marriage. So I don't know if I don't know if the other wife died or whatever, or whether it's just nice that she's. I just think maybe it was a big deal because she was quite young, and it was quite a big deal to take on three children. I don't know. I don't know. You can look at that in yourself, but there might be something all in that kind of thing. But yeah, that song. But ironically, that's funny they used that song because it was like water under the bridge with him. It was over, and she wasn't letting him move on. And it's just this is what I love helping women with. It's just toxic controlling behavior. It's like you've learned that from somewhere. You've seen it in programs, or you've seen it kind of sometimes you can just fall into these and it's like it's not even, you know what I mean? It's not even you. You have to give yourself a shake. Um yeah, whatever. Right, okay. So that's what somebody's granddad's wanting to come to. I don't know who that's for. Who's on what side? You're lovable. Love who you are as you're created perfectly. Everything about your true self is beautiful. So I feel this is a message for someone like you're lovable just as you are. And if somebody is like moving on to the next, and treating you like you're nothing, um, it's the wrong one. Like, don't try and hold on to them. So this is very, again, don't make this yours. It's not yours. Why do I feel like I'm talking? This happens every now and again. I think this is, again, I think that, because I'm ending this one, I'll do it. I don't like doing this, but I feel this feels like I'm talking to a karmic energy, doesn't it? If you tune it, it's like it feels like I'm talking to somebody that's you're because a lack of love or maybe even self hatred. You're following somebody that I don't think they even treated you very nice, and it's because you're not the one for them, but you are somebody's one. And this kind of emphasizes what I was saying to Beck about don't get caught up with the wrong guy. It's not worth it. Spend time yourself. Spend as long as it takes to love yourself unconditionally that you don't fucking end up with the wrong one. And if you did end up with the wrong one, any males and females, don't shame yourself either, because this is the people I help, a lot of the time. It's not every session I do, but it is a lot of the work that I do. You see when I talk with people when they share their stuff in the chat about toxic X and that. So it's just, but yeah, no, I really do feel it is somebody's like, trying to hold on to something that's not, it's not good for you. And you deserve to be happy. But the only way you're going to, it's codependency. It feels like someone's got a very unhealthy hold. It's fear as well. So let's just see, let's that person need here. But again, this is what I mean. When you're a true medium, because I'm a medium and a shaman, a healer, and I can help people, you can literally break free from what you say again. I can then the energy. Sorry, Brandy, you might want to go again, but you don't need to. It's like I can't help it. It's so strong tonight. It's like I can just tell this is what if I do get any more bookings this week, this is what it's going to be like. It's like it's cause my North Node's in Gemini, and this is a full moon in Gemini. It's like this is some of the karmic energies that need to let go of the masculines because you're making yourself unhappy and you're making them unhappy. And it's not worth it. It's you could ruin your own life and the other person's, and also ruin the potential of the person that you're meant to be with because if they hear about how you acted with the one before. So that's like, you got to think about, you've got like, there's, you know what I mean? Everything has consequences. Let's just see, what does that person need here? And there's things on the playlist if you need to detach from codependency and stuff that like even, somebody that watches my channel that is a friend of mine too, that at that point they weren't, I don't actually think they were aware that I was on here that much, but now they are. But basically, long story short, because it's anonymous, but she doesn't mind me telling this, she came on and said in the chat one, she was getting pulled back to the past, but she knew it wasn't something that was, right for her. And long story short, she watched my one about detaching from codependency, karmic journey, whatever one it was. I think it was the one that's pinned. When you go to the channel, it's pinned. And it's helped people escape loads of toxic situations, like dangerous situations, some cases. It's helped some people get off drugs. It's helped, blah, blah, blah. Could go on and on and on. But it helped her. It just stopped her from going back to the past. I think it was like, I don't know, it was Christmas. I don't know if it was Christmas or something, but it was something was pulling her back. And after she watched that, and she was like, "Oh, I fell asleep," and I was like, "That's fine." I'm a hypnotherapist as well, but even before I was trained that, people were falling asleep because it's my past life gift. But yeah, she was like, "It's so weird. It's like the tie was severed, and that was that." And there was a lot of sessions I'd done when that new moon eclipse in Virgo passed the South Node in Virgo. The sessions I'd done around them, again, keeping anonymous, but if anyone watches on replay, they'll know who they are. There was energy work I'd done with a man that had been years and years and years hooked on someone that he's had a long history with, and I mean, I'm not that man, so I could tell you, but the work that we done, like I felt it, and the way the guy was talking after it was like that was it. It wasn't a twin flame, it was a karmic energy. But that man wasn't, the way he found me, it's not like I've said, there's some in the membership that was like that too. They didn't find me through twin flames, they just realized they were on that from finding me randomly in the, and that's the same with that guy. But it's kind of like the point is, yeah, just hooked on someone, and then that's what I always say. If you can cut the cords with somebody and the energy doesn't come out, wasn't it your twin flame? It was your karmic energy. Doesn't mean you didn't love them and they weren't a serious soulmate at one point, but the lesson's been learned. But if you try to do that with twin flame, you won't be able to because it's your twin flame, and you'll feel very ill if it won't work basically. But in that case, it was crazy. There was a couple of ones I done, and it was like boom, over. And that's what needs that. Oh, are you? I can't even believe this. Look at this. Not everyone is meant to stay forever. Some people come to teach you something. Holy fuck. And it's a beach. And it's quite funny because when I was channeling something not long ago, there was a song on and it had something about the beach. And I did feel I was meant to say it, but I didn't. So I'm saying it now. The beach is significant. But look, there's footsteps going either way. And remember, I said I felt like I'm talking to somebody's now. I've said this before. I'm just really weird about this. I don't like referring to somebody as a karmic. Right. And I know there's some people that will, oh, hello, Tini. I know there's some people that will refer to people as a karmic, and and it's not meant in a derogatory way, and it's my thing. I like saying at least karmic person or something like that. But basically, I do feel that I am talking to somebody that, like, you are the person that you could have been with somebody for years, but you know that that's not your person. You're meant to let them go. And I don't think you're letting them go, or you haven't been. And this is your granddad saying, not everyone's meant to stay forever. Some people come to teach you something. You've learned what you were meant to learn with them. If you're questioning it, you already know the answer. Wow, isn't that amazing? My throat chakra. Maybe we're never going to find out who this is for, but I sincerely hope that they find it, or they feel the energy and the healing from it, and that they're released from this situation. But you must be a believer in the spirit world. You must have been putting out your questions to your granddad. Like, I feel something must have been quite close to your granddad, because that's what, I'm on the edge of glory and I'm hanging on a moment with you. I'm on the edge of the Okay, don't get me started. But that's what apparently that song's about. Our granddad was dying, and I need to listen to that song because I said that when I filmed that video, but I loved it. But anyway, it was so clever how the granddad told me it was a granddad, because that's about. I was like, oh, that's about a granddad. You see me do it on the video if you watched it. Yeah, you were questioning though. What am I doing? I feel like I feel this is a bad one because it's like I feel the karmic energy is like losing their mind a bit, but you already know the answer. There's somebody that's your person. Balance work, rest, and play. It's important for you to have fun along with fulfilling your responsibilities. I just think however long, whether this was a long marriage or a long relationship, whether there's kids involved or whatever, I feel that's what it might be. I feel there's kids involved, however many or something. There's something where there's a codependency, and I feel if you're the karmic energy, you've learned this from your own family and others around you. Maybe you've got friends as well that are like, I feel it is like that. If you've seen that episode of Towie, I feel it's like in Towie, like exactly what I was explaining. Like, because what's weird about that is that I've said this before, but Dan's actually a really good example of attracting like toxic women. Like, they don't need to stay toxic. Do you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm sure that Kate's lovely now and she's grown. But I've seen that. Like I've said this, I've seen them all act like really fucking like, especially the more recent one, like the I don't even get me started. But like, yeah, if you think about dance history women, like it's like that Kate from ages ago, then he got involved with Amber, and that seemed weird too, because it was like both good looking, but it seemed a bit empty. And you heard her say from after it was um like, well, it was just clearly all about sex. But to be honest, I'm not even sold. I don't even know if they were having good sex, but whatever. That's only for them to know. Whatever good sex. Some people are so detached. It's like, were you having good sex? Because I mean, your idea of good sex might be different from someone else. But anyway, it's kind of like, because she always describes that he just wasn't really there, and he was always cheating. Which with all of these, he was always cheating. And then Ella. I mean, it looked like, oh God, is he actually going to have something with her? But the problem is, that's a bit of a shame because it looks like he's grown up, but because she's a bit younger, she's really wounded because she was on Big Brother and she was like crying at different point. And again, there's nothing wrong with crying, but it's like she's got a lot of trauma that she's not dealt with, and she's younger than him. So like, he basically, what I'm saying is, he obviously attracts very wounded women that can heal at some point. So let's use a character for, for the sake of this, because it will. But trust me, I tell true stories. It's like this will be someone's, and I really do hope it helps whoever it's for. But it's like, um, it's almost like I'm talking to Ella right now. That's what it feels like. You could be younger than a masculine, and you're holding on to somebody, and it's not right. Emotional healing. It's safe for you to let go of old emotional pain. By doing so, you allow your heart to mend. I think more the granddad's really wanting to get across. It's what I said about, you've got to think about in the long run. There's other guys watching with potential that if you didn't hold on to this one so tight, and if this is you, or this is something, this could be people somebody know, you must be doing something that, like, people, that it's not good. It's stuff you need to. Your granddad's getting you a shake for the spirit world. That's really the way I want to say it. I don't know, but that's how I want to say it. So we'll leave that at that. A bit of a strange one, but again, I'm a medium. I shine the light. The spirit world, if they see that anyone's on my radar, so, and this is reality. What I said, look, what I said. I purposely don't talk about anywhere, but I like to go for my own chilling out, teacher staff room places. Well, but just anywhere where I like to hang out. I don't say it because there's people lurking that. But that feels like a bit of a, I don't know, it feels weird. I gave a message like that a few weeks ago where it was like about jealousy, but it feels kind of nice. It feels more nice than not. Um, but even if someone like that isn't watching, they'll feel the energy if they're open to it, their soul to be. It feels like someone's mind has got too. It's basically somebody that needs therapy, but in this day and age, a lot of people don't do that, or they might feel like they've not got the money, or. And like I keep saying, the more the channel grows and I'm in a place to do that, I would love, believe me, I would love to be in a place where, I've been looking into stuff like that. I just don't know how fucking realistic it is, but like, it'd be brilliant, like, if there was funding or something so that I could, like, do, like, basically, even if there's, I doubt they're going to fuck with it, but it's basically, I want it to be, I've said that for ages, but I want it to be a place where, because we could do something like that ourselves, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I wanted to use that gold thing for. But where, once it got to a certain amount of money in the fund or something, then I could offer something like what to people that really need it. I need to think a wee bit more about that. That's all the stuff I'm doing behind the scenes about how I can help people. So, adventure. So, but I need to look after me first before I offer things like that. So, seek adventure together. It adds excitement to your journey. So this is somebody new now, because I wanted to pick up on 3 people, so I picked up on Beck's mum, whoever that is, granddad, and take their love. I just wait a minute before I let that granddad go. Can you just? There's just something specific about the beach, like a memory about the beach that would mean something to you, that your granddad would know about. This is good. You know what it is? Like, I actually don't think your granddad was at the beach. I think there's a memory at the beach with you and this masculine that you're holding on to, and a child. This is how you'll know it's for you. Like, your granddad, like, I think there's something, it was like a time when you were happy that you hold on to. That it's like you need to find a way to, like, keep that memory, and that's always yours. And anyway, if that, from with what I'm tuning into here, it's like you're always going to be family anyway, whether you like it or not, kind of thing. But it's like, because you share a child or however many children, but it's like you need to find a way of holding that and keeping it as a lovely memory and letting go and getting with the reality. Oh, that's really deep, isn't it? So anyway, that's just I just wanted to give something about and I just feel, yeah, this granddad was really straight talking. I feel when he was alive, you listened to him, and that's why he was like, it's like it's like he's saying, what is, like, I know what unorthodox means, right? But I'm gonna read out what it means, but it's like he's saying it's a bit because I feel like I'm talking to somebody's karmic energy that would be like unorthodox, meaning not conforming to established or conventional rules. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, something that is unorthodox deviates from what is considered the norm. It's like the granddad saying it's like, I'm the twin flame healer, I'm the twin flame shaman, and I'm talking to somebody that you're not a twin flame, but be grateful you're not a twin flame because it's a tough journey. It's beautiful, tough, but it's like your masculine's a twin flame. Can we just? I feel like this person's granddad's not letting me move the fuck on. So I just kind of want. Can we just? Could you tell us something about the next person? Because I feel there is something. There's someone around. If this is you, or there's someone around you that I think is waiting for you to get over whoever you're holding on to, so you can be happy. Clarity. Take time to think about your situation to gain clarity, and that's your granddad saying, like, think about everything I said, but remember I always say God and the guy speaking through me. This is someone's granddad crystal clearly saying, think about what I said, especially about the other men that are watching when you do finally let this go. Because I feel whoever this guy is, the guy you're meant to be with, he understands you. But it's like, even I think he could be like, right, is she ever going to let that go? And look, free yourself. Right, I'm done. Thank you, person's granddad, for coming through because it feels a bit intense, but it feels like it's going to land with his mate. It's time to take back control of your life, free yourself. Like, it feels like you're keeping yourself trapped and you're keeping this masculine trapped, and you're actually stopping this person that wants to love you the way you deserve to be loved from coming in. Feelings. Take time to explore the deep emotions you're experiencing. And it just feels like it's all through trauma. So don't shame yourself. Like, I feel someone's trained you to get really unhealthily hooked on guys and not let them move forward. And I don't want them, but I don't want them to move on. Oh, Christ, I think we've all been around somebody that's, been like it's, you know, anyway. I feel you'll have a much happier Christmas, and your granddad's gonna give you a sign. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a song that's going to come on, and it's going to confirm everything I'm saying. I feel like this granddad would have been like, I feel that you would have went round for Christmas dinner sometimes, like straight talking granddad. That's what I'm feeling. It's quite funny. This is quite interesting because, like, I've had a completely different experience, but it's like my granddad died when I was 19, and like, um, but I did talk to my, because I'm a born medium, but like I would talk to my granddad, like, after he died, I would talk, I was always talking late at night and that. And then the first medium I ever went to when I was, well, wait, what age was that? Yeah, would have been 19. I've told those four bits relevant. Like, that first medium I ever went to, and then I saw him again just before the pandemic, and he told me something else that I keep to myself. But he's the one that actually told me about my twin flame, but he'd also told me other stuff because I was how interesting. That's why they've come to me too, because it's like that's very clever. But you know what I mean? Like, I was in a weird situation where I was being pulled back to the past, and it was over too. That person's not for you, let them go. And it's but I wasn't being like that, but I was being manipulated basically, but moving on. But like I what I'll never forget, he said to me, but it was all my granddad. It was mostly my granddad and my grandma, but he was, yeah, basically I was told you're going to meet a tall, dark, handsome stranger that you're never going to get over. That wasn't my karmic. That was my twin flame. um, oh, I did say karmic. Do you know what I mean? But my karmic, it's but um, I just feel they're talking. They're saying it's the same thing. If this is you, you've been talking to your granddad late at night about what to do, and here's your answer. So I hope I hope I delivered it and done him justice, and you got enough evidence that it's him. Avoid rushing to fill the voids with love. Seek inner fulfillment first. That's beautiful. It's bittersweet, but it's like you're trying to fill a void in yourself that man you're not letting go isn't going to be able to do. Because it feels like that man needed to, it's not if, that man's on the twin flame journey too, and they needed to fill the void in them. You were both trying to fill a void in each other that you were never going to find. You needed to fill your own cups up first and find the person you're meant to be with. It's exactly that card with the sand. It was like, it wasn't meant to be forever. It was a karmic, you were both a karmic relationship to one another, but it doesn't mean it's not sad. Okay, moving that one right. Can we get the next one now? It's 11:44. So I'm still doing Taurus after this. So what have we got? One more person. This. Oh, that's weird. I wonder if it follows on. This is maybe a brand new one, but look. Destiny, the reunion with your twin flame is a destined event. Can't remember what the thumbnail was. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? That I've just given a message to one of the karmic energies about letting somebody go, and there's somebody waiting in the wings for you when you do a bit of work on yourself. And I wonder if that is the masculine that was being held by that female or male, but more felt like it felt like a female, to go to their twin flame. So who is bringing through this message? Okay, yeah, I nearly mentioned that at some point, and I didn't. So earlier on, one of my songs, a bit like what happened when I was live. I don't know if it was the last time or one of the other times came on. That kind of, it's when one of my guides puts on a song, and I'm like, wow, I don't ever hear that very often. So it was "Shine Bright Like a Diamond," and it kind of reminded me because see the star in my tree is very like. I'm sure there's a star like that in that video. You know what I mean? It's like got the long bit at the bottom. I don't know what you call that. Do you know what I mean? But sorry, I'm going to read the chat in a minute. I'm just connecting with whoever this is coming through. Um, right, I feel this is somebody's granny. That makes sense actually, because in that video, by the way, whoever's connecting with this, however many people, because they can piggyback. If you didn't watch the one that I done for today with, I think it says spiritual gifts. I think it had the grandparent card on the front. You need to watch that because I mentioned the granddad bit, and I think I even mentioned I put a grand and granddad emoji in the title, which is a bit freaky now considering what I've just brought through. But this is somebody's grand, and I'm wondering if it's like the grand of the masculine energy. I really don't know if that card's come up because it's the same masculine of the karmic that I've just channeled to, but we'll put that in our head. It might be that might be something we won't know. But so before I lean on the cards too much, let's just what is this? Right, I'm just going to describe what I'm seeing. Right, she's showing. Oh, she's sewing. She might have liked sewing. I'm good. Sorry, I'm going to read the chat in a minute. Actually, can you pause for a minute, Granny? Let's just see. I'm just going to. Nah, should I read these? Uh, sorry. Let's just. Yeah, I got to there. Yes, that's good. If you can be welcoming to people, that's great. Because when I'm in this place, um, I was close to my granddad whilst he was alive, but it feels like he's been with me the last couple of years. Whenever there's a red kite, it feels like he's there. My gran used to talk to red kites before she dies. Been seeing them a lot recently. Oh, I think I saw a red kite flying over Reading after every single exam I had. Wasn't close to him when he was alive, but beach reminds me of my mum. Keep meaning to go back to the sea. Hello, Barbie. I just text my ex for a current email dealing with pension. He's not receptive. Well, I hope that he gets back to what he's mean to. She was my mommy. We called her Granny. Granny was the masculine with my papa. She sewed me dressed all the time, freaked me out. Oh wow, right, okay, well, okay. So I don't know whether this is yours or not, so just keep listening. But um, again, I can't say it's not Barbie, but I'm more feel. Put it this way, right? This is what always happens, right? I'm connecting with Granny, and she's talking to me about a masculine, but you show up in the masculine, but I was feeling it was a man. But what it is your Granny can be jumping in on the energy, right? So we'll work if I feel her energy, we'll work with that around it. But I'll just keep going. So that's why I don't look at the chat. But so right, what when I was asking, like, give me something that someone's going to know, it's like I am looking out. It's like I feel like I'm sitting in a conservatory or I'm sitting at a back door or something, and like I'm looking out at a garden that's like quite long. Um, so I don't know whether this is like if you're the masculine, I don't know whether this is like your garden at some point, like a family garden or the granny's garden was like, like that it's like um it's quite funny because the way they're showing me it is like my it just felt like it's quite funny because it felt like where my grandma and granddad were, it's just like a wee community. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like it wouldn't have been as long as what it seemed, but it seemed to me like it seemed like the garden was like it seemed like the greenhouse was like way like ages away, and it wouldn't have been that long. But it feels like you when the granny's showing me when I'm looking out the garden, it's like I just feel like when you would connect with your gran, like it does feel like a conservatory, but it could be that it's like sitting in the garden looking at it. But it's like I feel like I'm sitting down. I think she's showing me you sitting down with your gran, where you would have sat just talking, doing what you do your gran if you're close to your gran, like sitting having a cup of tea or a coffee or something, and just, you know, um. But I feel specifically you would sometimes sit on the step, like the door that goes out to the garden. So whether that's a conservatory that goes on the garden or a door that goes on the garden. Where's that deck? You know that card? I don't know if you do know, but there's a card deck I've got, and it's like it came up. Oh, it actually came up in the video that I'd done. I'm purposely not looking at the chat, right, because it will distract me from what I'm bringing through. It's it's the 2025 reading that I've done, right? Collective reading. Which, by the way, if people want me to do one for this year coming, please, I need an overwhelming amount of people to say, like, so, say in the comments afterwards, say in the live chat just now, and I'll do a collective one, and then we can check in and see. But please, if you've got the time, I think it's only just over an hour, watch the one from last year and let me know if any of that resonates. Because the reason why I don't like offering them is like even a paid service over Christmas, because it's bringing more money, but I just don't feel like doing it because it's like I don't feel like saying, "Oh, this is what's going to happen in January. This is what's going to happen in February," because like I don't know that for sure. You know what I mean? It will happen at some point, but it's like if you choose to make the decisions that take you that way. But it's like, um, you know what I mean? Like everything's timeless and it's past, present, and future. So as long as you accept that, I don't mind doing them for people. You know what I mean? But also, what I always say to people is, I don't work over Christmas, so I wouldn't get back to them until, you know, like early January. So you wouldn't be getting it like the very start of January kind of thing. You'd be getting them more like, that week, the second week of January. So if you're okay with that, I would do that if people just want it as a service. But I'll do a collective one if you want me to do a collective one. Um, but definitely watch the one from last year. But anyway, the one for November, really interestingly, it was the card, and it's like I think it says actually shit. It's like that card. It says arrival, and it says love is just around the corner. And I feel that's what, if you're this, I'm going to say if you're this man, but I can see, I'm going to say masculine because it could be that you're in the masculine energy because I can see Brandy, sorry, not Brandy, Barbie, sorry, I done it, resonating there, um, but I feel like I was a man sitting down. It's quite funny too because I've said that a few times this week, and I am not a man. But because the meme cut off she and it said he yesterday, and then I keep singing "If I Was a Boy." So anyway, but yeah, I was like I was seeing a guy sitting down with his granny. But if you're still resonating with this, just listen in because I'll tune into your granny. But it's kind of like it'll just be like your granny's like this guy's granny. That's how it works. Um, yeah, your granny's saying love is just around the corner, and she's helping you. Like, and she can see that you feel really down, and she wants you to be happy. She's pulling at the block that says "be happy." That's coming in handy tonight. I've had them for years. I've had them about 15 years. I got them in like TK. I think it was TK Maxx or something. Or a charity shop. I don't know, but I love them. Got them all wee different sizes and stuff. What's the other one say? Be kind. Connection. Love is the bridge connecting souls. Cherish those connections. Yeah, and there's something that's like, so if you're resonating with what I described about the gut, because that's all really kind of specific, it's like you really cherish that connection with her, and she really connects. She cherished that connection with you, and she still does cherish it, like in the spirit world, and she's like really trying to get through to you. Um, Boundaries. Love may challenge your boundaries, protect them. And I feel there's something specific coming through here about, like, I'll just put the cards down for now. There's something specific coming through. Why am I feeling like that is connected to that? I'm feeling like I'm feeling like I'm talking to, I feel like that is connected to what I just channeled to the other energy. Because it's like, I feel that karmic energy, that karmic female that I've hopefully just helped, if they feel the prayers, whether they're watching or not, they were in your life to teach you to stand up for yourself. And then I can now see that now actually connects to, remember the collective message was stand up for yourself. You deserve to be respected. So it's like the higher, looking at it from a higher perspective, which is what Sagittarius is about, learning and teaching, right? And I'm a Sag moon, so I'm here to be a teacher. I'm a shamanic teacher. Um, when you look at it from the higher perspective, what purpose did that serve other than hopefully the happy memories that you had while you were happy? It was, which I think was why they gave me the example of like Kate and Dan and Timmy, because they were happy when they were younger, but it was a very young relationship. And then it was like something that they were trying to revive that was like dead in the water. Like, he was well over it and she was well over it too. But it was like they weren't moving on. Um, and it's like it's something like that. Like it's codependency. You're just that the ties are needing to be cut, and it's like this grand's actually been around you because it's your grand if you're the man, but actually around the karmic energy too. And I feel that it is because there's children, however many there is children involved. I definitely feel one, but there might be more children involved. And so with that card coming up about boundaries, it's like I don't think you were like putting the boundaries up. I think you were allowing this karmic energy to. So again, it's very much. I don't want to go too deep in this because I've already went really deep in it. But it feels like that karmic energy could have like mental health issues. Like what I always say now is who doesn't in this day and age with what we went through in 2020. But you know what I'm saying? Like it could be that like this karmic energy has things like uh that stress. That's what I mean. Like I don't know. Like it doesn't feel, because I mean, that's what I help people all the time, and I've got ADHD and dyslexia and dyspraxia, and it's like I'm not unreasonably kind of lashing out at people. It feels like this person does. So it feels like you could have things like that, but it more feels like it could be um something that's developed into something a bit more serious, like well, there's loads of things that it could be, right? I'm not going to put a label on it, but I feel specifically this person's had I wouldn't be surprised if this karmic person has had a narcissistic mother, possibly even like siblings and stuff that this person's like, it's like it's been normalized. That's what I feel is being said to me. Okay, we have got deep into that now. We need to kind of, so I mean, but it's a deep situation, so it's like I've got in it now. Okay, so could you give us something about love? So it feels like love is your gran is wanting to say love is just around the corner, and she's been helping you with the karmic situation, and she's been helping with the however many children involved. They're pulling me like a shiny glittery unicorn sequin thing over there that is my niece's. It's here because my sister draws the line at the amount of shit that goes back to the house. She's like, it's so funny actually. She sent me a text being like, she does that every year, but she sent me a text being like, I've sent this to the other grannies and stuff too, but she's like, please don't buy anything that's like that's just gonna go to the charity shop. Hi Nathan, how are you doing? Um, and I was like, I was like, I bought their shit ages ago when I was at, my best pals, and I'm really excited to give them it, and it's all stuff they love, jewelry and hair stuff. Basically, she got the message. I was like, they're getting their presents, right? But she just put a smiley face, so she knows that I put. I'll give that to her. She knows that I put effort into things like that, and it's I'm so fucking that's sad, isn't it? But that's the only thing I'm excited about. I'm so excited to give them their presents. Like, I want to see their I want just because of all the bullshit over the what's happened the last, you know what I mean? It's because my sister and her brother, they always want to fuck off to another country and that. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're always fucking, I don't know, Portugal, wherever they were going to just stay here for fuck's sake. Do you know? So I got my wish came. One of my wishes came true. So I mean, I don't even know. I might even be. I don't know. I'll definitely be seeing them. I'll definitely see. It doesn't even matter when I actually see them, but because they've been funny. But like when I had Christmas dinner, when it was just me and my mum and dad, and we played Scrabble, and it was the funniest. Oh my god! It was just all. It was like this. The words that were in the Scrabble, right? Like it's actually similar to what I'm trying to hear. Like I remember one of the words in the Scrabble was jilted, right? So that was still picking up in karmic situations. Someone being jilted at the altar. And then there was like things like at one point, this was the funniest thing. Now I can't say the word, but it was the C word. I think we all know what that C word is, but and then I put a Y on the end. So it was, that was quite funny. We were all pissing ourselves. So it was quite an interesting game of Scrabble, and it's certain, and still to this day, I always say when my mum and dad are in the spirit world, guaranteed my dad's going to come through that memory because it's fucking hilarious. But I wouldn't mind just doing the same thing again, like seriously. Um, but and then the other year when my mum and dad went away, were they away with them? Were they all away there? No, I think my mum and dad just went away for Christmas, and I was happy for them because I was like, you don't need to stay here just for me. And I had a fucking brilliant Christmas, eating Christmas dinner myself, and then I'm just trying to think, did a friend come up? Yeah, I think that was the year where my best friend came up, like on the 27th or something, and it was I loved it. You know what I mean? And because there's lots of people, and I'm aware of that, but like I don't know that I don't know when, but I will do something that's nearer to Christmas that if I can fit in a wee live either on the Christmas Eve or I'm not gonna don't hold me at Christmas Day, but like I know there's people that don't have anyone in that at Christmas. I'll do something before I take like probably Christmas. I don't know how long, but I usually do that. Right, anyway, so let's get back to this. But I feel what this Gran is saying for the masculine, and then I'm going to specifically tune in Barbie and see what your Grat, because she's clearly here. It, is there's a lot of fun and laughter and love just around the corner. And I feel you've been working on your finances, because there's the finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, but I don't feel they are right now because it's in reverse. So I feel like that I'm picking up on a couple that have been arguing. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like now. And then the guy's gran has been around both to help them. Well, clearly, and then the woman's granddad is. God, that would be really weird if like this. I mean, that's not unusual. You know what I mean? But this depends how long a relationship this was. If the guy's gran knew the woman's gran, but there's might not have. They met once or something. I don't get the feeling they're like all palsy walsy. I don't think they don't like each other, but I don't think they're like palling about or that. Do you know what I'm saying? 1111. 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. Whatever I've just tuned into, this is all tying the collective stuff. It's time now. It wasn't time for a twin flame connection because this masculine had karmic lessons to learn with this karmic feminine. I must stress, if the feminine finds the karmic feminine finds us at some point, karmic it doesn't mean you're like this big bad bastard forever. It just means that you got wrapped up in something that you were meant to. And in this case, the reason was you've brought either a few beautiful children or a child into this planet. There's always a reason, and there was happy times, but there's not now. I think there has been for a long time. And you both deserve to be happy separately. And it's just divine time for this masculine to move forward. And when it's time for the other guy that's waiting in the wings for this girl, he will come in. I think that guy's like your friend from school specifically. And he's not quite sure what's going on there. God, I'm invested in this. I don't know if anyone else is. So spiritual, look, this could even be a marriage I'm picking up on. So spiritual, your spiritual journey is beginning. I feel that's what this is. I feel the person that's the karmic partner is going through their own awakening and feeling like I feel they've been talking to their granddad and really connecting. And look, we've got marriage in reverse. This is like the breakdown of a marriage. I feel it might connect to that card with a ring, and this could be like a spiritual. Yeah, they're like we said what we said. It feels like both the people in this karmic relationship are spiritually awakening. The man is a twin flame who's got a friend in the spirit world because they pull me to my bird on the wall that friends lift you when you forget how to fly. And again, it's coming through because it's like you need the friend in the spirit world to lift you because it feels like connected to the collective that your friends in the material aren't being much help. Um, there could be friends that are helping you, but I wasn't tuning into yeah, I don't know. Okay, intense. Let me see what people are saying now. So, sending love to that situation and all involved. So, freaking me out. Well, I'm always freaking you out, and you also always think it's yours. So that's why I'm being discerning for you. But you do seem to be. Let's just see what you were resonating with. Papa, married 60 years. Could it be my ex hubby's mum, granny? They loved us both. Our divorce was a shock. Oh yeah, quite possibly. If you're both right, interesting. So this is why I didn't. Let's see. Let's break this apart. And funny, how funny would that be? Because I always get mixed up with your names. It wouldn't surprise me that you're both similar energies. So could it be your? Well, were you ever at your? were you ever at his grand's house? Did that, when the way I was describing the garden, like, did that sound like the garden? Does it, And that's certainly, Brandy, that's what you've said is certainly fitting what I described. And I hadn't read that till now. They had a garden that was shared next door with my aunt and uncle. They used to have a huge field behind the house too. Yes, to the collective for next year. Thanks for that, Bet. I'm supposedly going to have a good 6 months starting next year. Yeah, because you'll be back into your oh my god, now I'm getting confused. You'll be out of Saturn in Pisces, so you'll be into, so that I would, yeah, let's hope that that is the case, because it'll be Saturn in Aries. You're out of the car crash energy of the going back to what you've already went through. Metaphorically, of course. I miss her every day. Thanksgiving was sad because I missed her. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Barbie. That's sad. She would have been really close around you, though. Hardest thing I did was ever lose her. Oh. She was all about love. That's me, unicorn, lots of glitter. Yeah, me too. I love glitter. My granny took me down and signed me up for school. She always said, oh, yeah, so that can be the case for a lot of people. My papa is still here, but he hasn't been the same since she left us. He's ready to be with her. November 16, 7 years since being away. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Karmic cycle. Their anniversary is December 2. Yes, he did. Yeah, so I would say there's a good chance, but you're going to know that better than me, Brandy. This is, by the way, this is why I'm going to start. Well, actually, when you book the Clairsentient, that's what we could do on there and actually talk to each other. But I'm going to be, when I come back, probably as soon as of January, like I want to have a mediumship, event where I'm doing this, but I can actually then get the person on the Zoom. I can actually do that on here too, but it's like we could do that on here too. Not tonight, like, but and then I'll be able to connect stronger to your energy. But I would say, Randy, that could quite possibly you, because, but again, this is the thing is, this can be making sense to Brandy, but this can also be making sense to people that aren't talking, especially because, like I said, especially with the female I was talking to, because I do feel that's somebody that they could watch channels like this because they're wanting to see what the masculine's doing and what the fit, you know what I mean? So it's I mean, it is what it is, you know what I mean? It's like we saw, this person's wanting to hold on to something, and we've all been there where we can't let it go. We don't all maybe go as far as what I feel this girl or woman has went, but I feel it's come from bad examples. So everybody learns, you know, their own way. Um, um, I'll just quickly before I go, right? I'll just let's see, because obviously you're feeling that strong. We'll just get a quick message um from your granny Barbie, and but especially because you were talking about whatever, something you just set off there as well, Brandy. That's quite interesting, isn't it? That I wonder if that's only you'll know. That's interesting. Oh my god, my computer's saying your macro sleep fluid that's plugged into it. So we're not going to have a mic for the rest, but that's fine. But we are going to do Taurus because, as you can see, you've got loads of energy, and I am not coming on tomorrow because I don't want to be honest, and I'm not coming back on Wednesday because I don't want to. See, I'm owning that. I'm in my shadow, and but I will come back on Thursday. Oh. But if I don't want to on Thursday, I might not come back Thursday either. I truly believe her prayers still come to. Oh yeah, absolutely. But don't tell me anything else, please, because I'm just going to get a wee message from her. So don't feed the medium. But just because because I know that you're feeling her energy and you were close, and I've not got the heart to move on, even though we really need to get cracking because it's like after midnight here. Oh shit, did I put the light on? Fucking got to be careful as well. Look, these ones at the end don't work because I twisted the fucking wire. God, my rings. Oh my god, what does this shit mean? Can you see what's happening here? My ring has got caught on the wire. That's probably like meaning something, like, it's probably a saying. I actually can't get that off. Oh no, I'm starting to panic. Panicking live on air. No, I've got my rings off, it's fine. Ah, they're trying to tell you something. It's cause, right? I'm not chucking this out, but this isn't meant to be like this. Fucking bastard, man. It's like, I'm saying the situation's a bastard. Like, maybe somebody is called somebody a fucking bastard, mind you. I've said that twice. It's not really a word I use that much, but it's kind of like, um, the ring snapped, right? And that ain't going to be fixed. I think that's symbolic. But it's like, well, a jeweler probably could fix that, to be honest. But I just always wear it like it's, meant to be like that, adjustable. But they're stacking rings, and one of the stones actually fell out the other one because I had a lovely like electric blue, well, it was kind of like electric blue stone in it. It was lapis lazuli actually. That's my favorite. Well, one of my favorites, and it fell out, fucking raging. But that's hematite and an emerald, and so the emerald is actually about everlasting love, and that one's going strong, and it's not, it's yeah, that's not going to break anytime soon. But the hematite. Funnily enough, I'd never thought about that until now. This is very symbolic. Hematite is, um, oh, fuck, you won't be able to hear me. Can you hear me? Can you still hear me? If you, can you hear me? Oh shit, I don't know if this, I don't know, I don't know how quick this catches up. Technically, you shouldn't be able to hear me because the mics, we don't need that anymore anyway, because it's not, that fits with that. Are you saying yeah till you can hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear? Please somebody say I can hear you so that I know that you can hear me. Oh, good. Thank you. It's just like a bit pointless of them. But yeah, the ring that's broken is the hematite one. And hematite is one of the cheapest crystals. I'd say it's the cheapest crystal you can get, but it is for clearing negative energy. Black crystals are better for healing negative energy, but they soak up negative energy. So that actually makes sense that that ring broke with what I help people with all the time. Because it's not meant to. They're stacking rings. And they weren't cheap. These aren't cheap rings. It depends what you consider cheap. I think they're like, was it 25? 30, no, I think they were 35. So, you know what I mean? When you're stacking them and they're seeing them, it was like, it was a wee treat to myself when I was away. That was a few years ago when I was visiting my family and that, and I was visiting my friend, and actually, this wasn't so family, but it was, yeah, anyway, the fact that that made me take the rings off, there's the confirmation that there's the end of two rings as well. And somebody's a wee bit more broken than the other. Oh my God, that's what they're saying, right? The emerald represents the masculine that's like got a true love twin flame somewhere. And the hematite that the ring's actually broken is the feminine that's carrying a lot of heavy energy attachments that the ring couldn't hold it anymore. But if for any reason that feminine catches this, you don't need to be that person forever and you can get healing. It might not necessarily be me that you get the healing from, but there's lots of people that could help you. And if I'm not the right person for you, there's other people I can, send you to and stuff if you're even in a place to do that. But we'll just put the prayer out that person gets who they're meant to. I'm back, had a FaceTime call with my 6-month-old. Oh, that must have been fun, wee baby. Emerald's my birthstone. Oh, lovely. Mine is a diamond. I think it's a diamond for April. Okay, so let's just get a wee message from your granny Barbie, and but can I just check if Brandy's still here? Brandy, that was specifically. Oh, that's so confusing. If I was talking it to like it was like a man's granny or whatever you called, a grandmother, um, like did you connect with possibly being the ex, I suppose. You know what I mean? Isn't it funny? Like, this is why I say all the time, like, karmic isn't always bad. Like, in the past life deck, like, karmic relationship actually looks like quite a romantic picture on the card, right? I mean, I think that's kicking about beside me, actually. But the point is, it's just not forever. And also, twin flames go through karmic cycles together too. But the thing is, it's like it's just in YouTube land and that karmic is never seen as a good thing. But we're all somebody's karmic energy too. If you think about the friends you're not friends with anymore, you're a karmic friend to them. You might not have done anything bad to them, and it does sound like it, a karmic friend, like karmic friends. But it's like, you were a karmic lesson for them. You were a karmic path for this. So it's quite funny, isn't it? Um, so that's what I mean by it's really just about how you choose to move. Do you move with integrity or do you move with shady ways? Like, do you fuck people over unnecessarily? Do you have a toxic hold over people? You don't let people move on. You know, it's do you ignore people's boundaries? Like, karmic friends would be you're like, I don't want to be your friend anymore for X, Y, Z, whatever you've got your reasons. And somebody's like hounding you, like not having it, like ignoring what you said, whatever. And there's a difference between trying to see if you can get it back and then eventually giving up. I'm talking like this could be like quite aggressively kind of not accepting it, like just yeah, exactly like a romantic person. So whether it's romantic or a friend or a family member that's just ignoring what you said, it's all not okay. But what bit are you getting chills to? So Brandy, do you resonate with what I said before about well, I don't know because I can't remember because when I'm channeling it, I can't. But because that's the thing, it needs to fit. When I'm pulling through that information, it's like either way. Let's just because it was directed towards a man, so I will. Who's it that you'd said? Because I don't always do like that, but because time is of the essence, I will just ask because they were obviously coming in anyway. Right, let's get one from. I want to just. I'll see what. If Brandy, if you say that you're okay with me connecting with your ex-husband's gran, is it his mum or his gran? Because I see you've wrote mommy, gran, like, tell me what one it is and then I'll get a message. Well, if they're still sort of hanging around. And, but I mean, like I said, that might have been them. And then, but the only reason why I'm feeling the main message was I was speaking to a man. But it doesn't that it's not impossible that that actually could have been for you and you're someone else in the equation. But it's just they piggyback. We know this. If you're familiar in mediumship, we know this. But I'm just explaining it for people that don't. So let's just because I know Randy. Sorry, fucking hell, Barbie. This is for Barbie's granny. Hilarious. What does Barbie's granny? Just a quick wee message. Want to come in, and you can come in and talk. Um, well, actually, if any you want to come and join the Claire's thing, then, come and talk there. But only talk if any of them are signed up, because we'll know what it's about if they're not on it. Or wait for the next again. Wait a minute, would there be a next again? No, there won't, because I'll be doing the challenge. Oh my God, is this the last Mediumship Monday? Holy shit. No, I think this is the penultimate because I won't be doing Mediumship Monday if we're doing that workshop. Like a week. I won't be doing it next Monday, basically. There'll be a recorded one, but there won't be a live one. So do the workshop, if you're guided. And we're doing the challenge the following 15th. Um, but they'll come in the challenge, mind you. But I think I was going to do mediumship Monday on the 22nd. And I think that might be me spending, a wee bit of Christmas time in that with some of you that might not really have anyone and stuff. Or you just want to hang out with me a little bit near Christmas, because then I fuck off because I don't like Christmas. Um, and it's more so than that, dreading the fact that Christmas Day and Boxing Day is my favorite moon, not Pisces moon. So, as if, if you weren't already going to be fucking sad about your twin flame, because Pisces is Soulmates, twin flames, true love. That's gonna fucking do it, isn't it? We'll all be fucking greeting we're nowhere twin flames. Anyway, not to worry. By the Saturday, Sunday, it'll be an Aries moon. You'll be like, fuck it. Let it go, let it go. Or if you're in like me, you'll be digging into chocolates, watching the films that you've watched a bit of the other time. So, um, oh my God, that's like nearly enough a month away because Hogmanay New Year's Eve is a Gemini moon, which is, we're just about to go into the Gemini full moon. So that'll be quite intense for me too because that is my eighth house. Oh, great. This is all not the best. So stop looking at the calendar. So could be my father-in-law who is sorry now that he's passed. No, but remember, so specifically, this is so God, because I'm going to end up getting confused. The first person I connected with, right? Well, not the very first. Yeah, yeah. The first person, it was a granddad, and it was for, we're just going to say the karmic female of somebody that's twin flame as a masculine. And then I actually do feel, yeah, that's what I mean. I felt they were connected. So they are for some people. So I don't actually think, unless all that all connects, I don't think that the main messages are any of yours. I just feel your ones have come in the bandwagon, and that's all right because we're gonna talk to them now. Just for a little bit. So, so just basically tell me who it is you want it, and then don't basically that's what I mean because that don't try and make it all fit because that just gets ridiculous. Like because those were if you look at it, they were very if you want to watch again they were very specific. So I'm forget I'll forget all what it is, but when I was speaking to the granddad, it was to the female that feels a karmic female to a masculine that you're clinging on to. You've got a child or children with, and you were holding them back, or you're still trying to hold them back. And there's a guy that you feel very connected to that you went to school with, that he keeps an eye on you, but he's wondering, he doesn't know what's going on with that situation. So that's, if that ain't yours, that ain't your story, you know what I mean? Basically, that's why I give that evidence. So this is what I mean. When it's just to explain to people that are here now and people that are on replay, that's the difference. Mediumship Monday is the talking to the dead people, to be blunt, the loved ones of spirit. And when I'm doing everything else, it's channeling, and it can still be that too. But when I'm doing it, it's it has to fit. But then, like I said, they can come around. So if you feel it very strongly, they are around. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the medium is going to go with it. Like it's like you've got a hotline and all the phones are ringing. It's like, oh fuck, who do I pick up now? Do you know what I mean? And I picked up the ones that I went with. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna pick up the phone and I'm gonna go. So I think that's a good way to put it. No, don't tell me. You don't need to tell me your fucking name, Barbie. God, sorry, that's my fault. But don't tell me her name. I bet you got her name. I don't think I'm going to get that, mind you. But right, so don't, for the love of God, don't tell me anyone's name. I love getting the names, but I wouldn't have got that. I might have got Barbara somehow, but I'm not now but it's kind of, but like I said in a video recently, right? You can talk. I'm not going to say people say yes or no. I love when people talk, but don't tell me don't give the whole game away. Do you know what I'm saying? That's it's not a game, it's real, but it's just, don't feed the medium. Like, don't we've got to have something to work with. And I'm actually well, I don't know, I'm kind of having fun with this. I might take a bit longer. It is what it is. We're doing Taurus. We're doing Taurus anyway. So I'm just gonna be eating spag bol at 3 in the morning or something. Because, oh my God, by the way. Oh my God. I made spaghetti bolognese, right? And I usually use like just white onions, and I don't have any left, so I used like red onions. I think it must have been that made this taste like heaven, but I did not want to come and join you guys because I was like stuffing my face with my spag bol. I was like, wow. And it probably is because as well. Oh yeah, I didn't even celebrate that. So I done a 3-day fast. So when I was on here on the last live stream, I was like full on like was I 2 days into that fast? Yeah, I was 2 days into that fast. No, it's okay, don't worry. People know for next time. Um, so yeah, I felt, I'm still buzzing from that. And it's like it's totally great when you go to look at the scale and you've lost a pound. So you for fucking real. I didn't fucking eat for 3 days and I've lost a pound. I need to work a little bit harder for everything in life than other people. That's what happening. Some people stop eating for 3 days and they lose like fucking half a stone and shit like that. Anyway, it can all start to balance itself out. So it's like my mum thinks I've lost weight. I think she was just being kind, but it's like fucking hell. I wasn't doing it to lose weight. I was actually doing it to break the negative attachments and demons off of all of you guys. Not you specifically, but anyone that has heavier energies. That fasting and praying helps to break that off. So it's part of my purpose here. And it's kind of heavy, but if I release a bit of weight in the meantime, hey, that's also a bonus. That's what I'm doing it for me for. But yeah, I'm gonna go for longer. I think I'm gonna try and go for a week, guys. But by the way, can I just stress if you've never fasted before, use your own fucking common sense. But I've been fasting for years, and I started, I done juice fast like 15 years ago, and then I've done, 24-hour fasts like years ago, build up to 36, 48, 3 days. And so that's why I can go for the, yeah, it's not about looking fit, it's about feeling comfortable. And I, like you say, when I'm sitting down here and it's only this half, I'm 5'4", and I need to be, I don't want to be this weight basically, like I think it's about when you're comfortable with yourself. I'd be way comfortable, uh, releasing the weight I need to lose, basically. To release, not to lose, because I don't want to find it again. So anyway, so this is connecting with Barbie's granny. What do you want to say? And like I said, she'll come through another time, and we'll bring through memories and all of that. But because I've got to do Taurus as well, let's just see if you're still here. Stand by your commitments, Pink Lily. And that's funny because I always connect Lily with like a granny's name. Now, I'm not saying it's your granny's name. We know it's not your granny's name because she's Barbara, but it's like, that could be other people watching. You're strong enough to keep the promise that you've made. Don't back out now. Your angels believe in you. So, I feel for you specifically, Barbie. This is about, like you knowing your worth and your value a little bit. Well, it's actually very similar to what I said to Beck. Um, like just keep pouring all that love and energy into you, and keep choosing you, and it helps your twin flame choose you. um and you're healed, and then voila, it's done. Calendula pot marigold, the healing you've paid for, it's on its way. Oh my God, isn't that magical? But that's beautiful, right? So the important thing is here, I can feel the love of your grand coming through. But isn't that beautiful? Because you did say, oh, that makes me want to cry. You did say you still feel her prayers cover you. So that is just, it was you that said that. It wasn't Brandy, was it either? Because otherwise it's all getting mixed up. But I think it was you that said that. That's really beautiful confirmation. So she's just confirming, yes, you're right. My prayers do still cover you. I do look out for you. Um, And I've felt, she's definitely seen, you've either not been able to get a lot of sleep recently or you've had a lot of anxiety. Now, I've already spoke about anxiety in the live stream that I just done. I don't know where the name Chloe comes into something for someone, but the name Chloe was flashing up on the TV. It doesn't need to be any of you guys that are live, but it was popping up on the telly. Um, yeah, we've got let go of anxiety, lavender, calm your nerves, and you'll be able to hear the voice of your angel. So I just feel there's something there about, when you get stressed, I do feel it's like you get pulled here, there, and I mean, I've seen it happen in the chat. You get pulled there, here, there, and everywhere. And then you're just that's where you get stuck and you don't know how to make a decision. So it's just about, she's there trying to calm you down in those moments. Um, I love her and tell her I love her. She give anything to have. I'm. Are you fucking kidding me? My niece is Chloe. Is Guys, fuck Taurus for now. I live for this shit. Wow. Well done, Granny. Well done, Granny. This is why, sometimes I do like to do it this way, where you do just tell me who is it you want to connect with. Because I'll bring through enough information that I'm not just saying, oh yeah, you're like clearly, because you didn't tell me that, and I told you that. So that's beautiful, isn't it? Because that's really clever. That was a music video, and for some reason the word Chloe just like got written up. The timing. I mean, I could have been reading for someone else at that point. That's crazy. Wow, amazing. So she's just given confirmation that your niece is Chloe. Um, so also she's just pointing out that if you'd give anything to have a chat with her, you're chatting with her right now, but it would be a lot more beneficial if you book a private session. So I don't know if that's something you might want to do for your Christmas present yourself. But um yes, you would get to do that. So, you're so good at what you do, Claire. You're amazing. Thank you very much to me. I try to stay humble with it, but like I said, because they talk through me, and I truly do believe when it comes to my mediumship, it's because I love it. Like I live for it. I really do enjoy it, and it's I know I make it look easy sitting here on this couch, and by the time you get to this point, it is pretty easy. You've just really, for me, I don't know how it works for everyone else, but for me, I just need to be chilled, and I need to be like, chilled and receptive, and they come in, and it's But if I'm stressed and kind of, or if I just basically don't want to, they won't come in. But well, basically, I knew I wasn't going to get off mediumship Monday until I connected with three loved ones in spirit, and now we're going on four, aren't we? I'm losing count, but um, so yeah, I just feel that was the message, and she just wanted to wow you with the Chloe thing at the end there, though. So, but yeah, but I'm being serious. Like, if you do anything to get, if you want to chat to her that bad, she'll come through in the session. I can't guarantee, but we called on her there, and she's come through in quite a big way, and she's given Chloe to prove it, because people could be like, "Aye, right, that's just because you've just given her name and you said your granny was there," but that's to wow you and give you the confirmation, but that's also to wow the other skeptic people that might be watching that I personally don't give a fuck about, but you know what I'm saying? It's to show that it is real. Maybe to actually confirm it to the other people that I've given messages for too, that it is real. Um, so anyway, we're sending your granny off with love, but like I said, think about booking a now if you want it specifically all to be mediumship, then there is a session, book the mediumship session. I'll put it now. I'm not necessarily for you, just anyone in the replay. But, and this is a big but, if I have never spoke to you before on a Zoom, like be mindful that that is an hour session and I can't finish the sentence. It won't be an hour, right? Because we'll have so much fun connecting with your loved one in spirit who may or may not talk about the twin flame journey. I can't control that. It depends how interested they are and how much they want to help you with that. I'm sure they want to help you, but it's you've got more things going on in your life than that. So yeah, it might be longer than an hour, but it will be about the mediumship because that's why I set it at that. Um, but if you've never had the first initial session talking about the twin flame story, just be aware that like that can it's kind of wise to book that and then do the mediumship one another time because it just takes so long to hear people's stories and help and it's um but yeah, so well, if you're not in a place to do that anyway, Barbie, but if you're not in a place to do it, basically you're not in a place to do it. But what I always say to people is the same thing is like you need to, because this is something for yourself. A lot of people say things like that to themselves, like you are worthy of healing and this is healing. And for people that I trust, and you could be counted into this because I'm speaking to other people too. I can split it into, now I can split into three payments too, but more recently, like I'd rather split into two payments if I can because I get the fees every time and then it makes it pointless for me to do that. But where I can help people with that, I don't mind doing that. So I'm just saying that just again, I'm not in the business of twisting people's arm, you know what I mean? It's like you either know you want to do it or you not. And but I'll challenge that a little bit when people say they can't afford things because I've had people over the years that are like, oh yeah, I can't afford it. And the same people are fucking away out. I've heard from other people that are away out fucking partying and that and spending tons of money on nights out and that. But it'd be the same people that are pleading poverty to me. And you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, that's not been for a few years, but it's, I don't think you're like that because I know you've got you've got children to look after and stuff. But it's more like because you're a mum, you might be like, oh, it's only me. I need to do X, Y, and Z. So just everyone take that on board that it's like, you are worthy of something for you too. And maybe it could be your Christmas present yourself. But I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna say any more than that. But I just you can put aside money like you would for anything else, even if it takes 6 months, you know what I mean? It's kind of like just don't always because it depends if you really want it. These things aren't that hard. I think we anyway, but moving on. So send it, but you got that's you're that might be enough. You've connected with her here. So let's see what you're saying. Now move on. Do a wee message for Brandy and so Brandy, who's it you would like to connect with? Because out of it, would you like to connect with your ex's um granny, basically? Sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? But you said you were close with her. So would you like me to is there somebody you would like to there's no guarantees, but I'll um on a roll now. Um she always worried about her and would make me cut her hair for free all the time. Oh, and there's me going on about my hair and not see it could have been starting then when I was going on about the hair dryer and the like earlier on the other one. That's funny. Um you truly are covering if oh no, if I can afford it. Sorry, I thought you said I can't afford it. Well, the thing is, it's the mediumship ones are. I think are they 111 or are they 144? Either way, that's what I'm saying. What like okay, across the board, people that basically if you chat quite a lot and I know who you are and you're not just some fucking total random, but sorry to be blunt, if we've not had a Zoom, you kind of are still a random to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, but I'll trust you enough to do that. It's kind of like, um, whatever it costs, you can split it up. You know what I mean? So don't let these roadblocks get in the way. Do you know what I mean? Because I think it is a mental block. People aren't willing to part with their money, and it's something that people need to, because it's the things that can free people the most. I mean, look, Tani's a really good example of that. So is Beck too, if she's still here. Because Beck felt a much like, the same thing happens to everyone basically. You come with heaviness and you feel lighter and shit keeps getting better and better and better. And if it starts getting heavier and heavier and heavier, you're in need of another soul retrieval again. Like I said, I'm not just a medium and a shaman. And if you have one session, you're opening up a lot of healing. And so you know what I mean? It's the next bit of healing is needing, to keep empowering you, basically. Um, but yeah, so I will pray for you next month, and when I go to work with someone new, thank God, right? So it's life changing. I can 100% promise it is worth every cent you pay because you made me feel amazing and so life changing. I will swear it on my kids. Wow, thank you very much. I'll swear it on my kids' lives that she's worth it. Thank you very much, Tini. I know she's worth it. I need it, honestly. Thank you so much. It was wild about Chloe, yes. Well, I think it's because she's really just wanting to prove she's there, and it's real. So, right, okay. So, Brandy, if you're there, if you tell me, if you just confirm, would you like me to connect with the, because you were resonating when I was saying that. Although I do, like I said, I feel that was what the main message was for the people that well, whether they're watching live or replay, somebody's watching at some point for me to bring it through. Um, if you say someday, my God, honestly, is this a modern video? These videos, I'm sounding like an old lady saying this, but it's just like so like not classy. I don't know if that's called, I think it's called Chanel. It's Shakira, which, sorry, if that's Shakira, how old Shakira? Shakira must be older than me. Shakira Hen, you should maybe cutting a bit like that. I, don't- I don't know what is this? She's not looking her age, but you'd be aware of that. What is this? Chanel. I don't know. I don't know if that's the same, Shakira. Well, we don't care enough. Whatever that was. Maybe it wasn't the same one. Or is that? Oh no, that's the song coming on now. I think the last one was whatever. This like I mean this one too, she's like fucking dancing about in her underwear. Fucking chains all over her pants. Oh god. Ah. Right, okay, so sorry, I'm definitely channeling my old lady here. So and actual old ladies. Sorry, grandparents, not meaning to call you old. That is because that card out that deck said, oh, where is that? Where is that? Oh fuck, it's down there. Can't be arsed getting them. Are you doing paid mediumship reading now? I would love to see if my uncle, who I called Dad, would come through. Um, no, Three. Basically, I am not. I was wanting to do this for a short period of time, and get off and do Taurus. I just fell into it basically. But I mean, it is mediumship Monday. But what I would say is, you've got your session in a few days, so I think you should just leave it. And would you not rather they came through there then? I mean, I can ask a wee quick card just now, but it depends what you're wanting that to be about. Basically, I'm just looking out for Brandy saying, but I'm gonna have to go now anyway. So if you want me to magnify your intentions, baby's breath, choose a specific goal to work towards. Your energy is spread out among too many ideas. Please bring your focus back to the key intention and let your angels help. That's a wee card for you. Because I'm not like to be honest, it's like I'm not feeling I'm not feeling his energy around just now. But I feel it's because they were like starting to, it's like they're all I always like I imagine them all, it's like they're starting to like, they're starting to like get on their spirit bus and closing the doors and they're starting to move away now. Because we've got to keep the energy going for them to keep talking to me like that. You know what I mean? It's not as much as like if someone was just like I say, I don't like saying just a medium because being just a medium is great, but because they do talk through me, but it's like, I more drop into my healing energy, um, and it won't come through as strong as like when I shouted out Chloe there and stuff. It'll always come through strong, but as you mean, it's hard to describe, but it's because I need to get on with the other one. It's like I'd be sitting here till like 6 in the morning at this rate. Purification, white rose. By purifying your life of negative people, places, and experiences, you attain true peace. But those are the messages for you to need. And I just want to pull some cards for Brandy because she hasn't replied, but she might be off doing something else right now. Yeah, I didn't think he would be around. Yeah, yeah. So that's fine. But you can. Well, I'll keep that in mind for that energy may build, and then if he wants to come through, he will. But um, but I'm looking forward to us connecting on the full moon. And anyone else that wants to connect on the full moon, I'm connecting with Tini early in the morning, so I'll be done by like our sort of lunchtime. Well, unless we can't talk much longer than that. So I'll have sessions, and then I have got something after you though, a webinar I want to do. So, um, yeah, I'll have room for sessions in the afternoon. So you're very welcome. Thank you. Um, so, that Brandy, this is for you. Become the true you. Show the world who you really are and what you're born to do. I feel that's connected to what you said about when I gave you a message the last time, and it's propelled you to do something with whatever I said to you. So, time to decide. Make a decision now so you can move forward. And I feel you've made that decision, and that's just the support coming in. So, right, okay. That was amazing. Loved it. Longer than I meant it to be, and it was amazing because your energy was here. And uh love to the people that aren't talking. Um, because I know what it's like, sometimes you just don't want to talk. In fact, that's all the time for me. Do you know what I mean? If I'm actually taking the time to watch things, I'm not talking. I don't want to. There's only like one place I talk, and it's just because, it's not like I love that, you know what I mean? Well, yeah, I do love her, but it's kind of like, do you mean it's, I was going to say, it's not like I love anyone more than anyone else, but it's kind of like there's a safety that's created. So I feel there's a lovely energy that some of us create that makes people want to talk. So I'm proud that it makes some of you want to talk too, and it would be amazing if more people talk, but we won't force them to. Um, so yes, I'm not going completely. So if you are around and you want more, is it your day off today, Tini? Or what's going on? Because is it not like, are you talking to me while you're at work? It's quarter to 12. It's lunchtime, isn't it? I think, unless I've got that wrong. I'm going to channel Taurus now, so I will have a good rest after this. Taurus is about rest. I'm seriously going to be eating that. I'm going to be eating that leftover. I chucked a sickie. Well, I hope you didn't chuck a sickie because of me. Don't be fucking saying that on here. You obviously are. You're. You're not. It's not a sickie because actually that was a heavy week. So, we're not going into details because it's obviously confidentiality, but that sounded like you've had a stressful week. So reframe that. You're taking a mental health day, I believe they call it in America. I don't know if they call it that I don't know if they call it that in the UK. A personal day. Whatever. Right, anyway, I'm coming on to do Taurus, so let's just get the cards for Taurus before I end this live stream. What's the message for the Taurus in the second house? Oh, friendship. This is so weird because this hand looks like a mannequin hand. So this connection is based on friendship. It may never develop into romance. Now, this is one of these fucking head fucks. That actually came out reverse. I feel for. Oh no, no, I'll get into it on the thing, but I'll get into it. Well, if you want to join, it's like if anyone's watching this and they're like, I don't know if I. Because remember, don't just watch it if you've got a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, blah, blah, blah. It can make sense to anyone. I feel what's going to come through is somebody friend zoned the other, or they genuinely did think, I've got a strong, intense pull to that person. It's going to be that they're twin flames, but it can't be anything other than what it's been, right? But now this person's realizing it's something stronger. So let's see if the twin flame card comes out. Passion. Keep the flame of passion alive. It's the heartbeat of love. So yeah, I feel somebody. Yeah, yeah. We'll go into the story on the abundance, and the second house is abundance. Open your heart to receive the abundant love the universe has to offer. Star. Oh my God, there it is. I knew that was going to come out. Star. Your hope and optimism are a powerful love magnet for you right now, and there's that card again. Destiny. The reunion with your twin flame is a destined event. Oh well, it's getting juicy. That's a bit too many cards, so let's get a money one because it's about money. Fuck, that's too many for the thumbnail though. Ah, la, la. Right. I needed to just have rest time, so I had yesterday and today. Yeah, and look, do you know what I want to say about that too? Remember I said this in the email. We're mirroring basically. So this guys, I know people that know how it works has heard me say this, but if you're brand new, how weird is this? I never get used to it. When I'm going to be working with someone, so even this far in advance, because me and Tani were meant to be having the session. When was it? When were we meant to be having the session? Was it Thursday? Is that maybe why I was fucking hell? That is so bad that I can't remember. Was it Friday? Was it Thursday? Was it Friday? Whenever the fuck it was. Whenever we were meant to be talking, it didn't work out for Tani, and it worked out fine for me because actually I was like, oh, that's great because I got to sleep in. Yeah, last Thursday. Right. Um, so it's a week, right? So that's what I mean. Like I'm in your energy for like a week because it was meant to be that day, and now it's been shuffled, and it's obviously destined and always meant to be this Thursday, like a week later. We're mirroring because look at how I'm like. I need to take off. tomorrow and Wednesday. Like I was only going to be taking off Wednesday, but I'm like, no, I need tomorrow and Wednesday. And that's not a coincidence. You're saying you also need. So I do, but they're coming in very strong. Like you do need to, you're not doing anything wrong. Like you do actually need this day to rest. So it's not, you're not chucking a sickie. Do you know what I mean? You are actually needing that for rest. So it's like I don't need to answer anyone with that, but like I'm the same. Like I need the rest. So, anyway, so right, so razor promotion. Well, you already got that, but that just grabbed my attention. Right. So, what is the other message for Taurus in the second house? Employment change. So, oh my God, and that. Oh my God, that's so crazy. That is literally what. That's literally what. So, this message might make. So I can't guarantee it, but this might be your past we're channeling because that's literally what happened to you. You had an employment change, and then you got a promotion and a raise in that job, didn't you? And obviously, it's demanding because it's knackering you. So, but it's kind of like it's just because it's a level up. So it's just you're just getting used to it. So you know with management jobs there is a lot more responsibility, so it's like I think they're just sort of saying like I don't know if you are being hard on yourself, but just in case you were, the message is it's going to happen from time to time, and trust me, especially when it's the last full moon super moon of the year, it's going to be intense shit. Right, so I just need to put these here because there's tons of them and they're falling all about the place. Right, but that's the story we're working with if people want to join us from this one. So I'll see you over there. Oh my God, at 5 to 1 in the morning, but it's fine. It's fine because I'm still, this is what I mean. Oh, wow, that's insane. I'm sure this is perfectly insane to a lot of people what I'm doing anyway, fucking sitting here for hours on end. Like, but that is really nuts. I did wonder whether I was going to be end up doing this that late that I channeled into the Taurus moon because Taurus moon changes in a few hours. Let's just see when it changes. That is crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible, guys. It changes from Aries moon to Taurus moon at 12 minutes past 3 in the morning, and it's 5 to 1 right now. Oh my God, I said I'll be sitting eating my spag bowl at 3 in the morning. That's gonna happen, isn't it? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We might meet some more Australian and more other time zone people where it's awkward. I'm here for it if you're here for it. Let's hope the neighbours are all right, mate. I've not done that for a while, but but nah. It's like I said to my other shaman friend, there's definitely a force field that gets put around me when I do this because, like I said, if there genuinely was there, if there was any issues, I would be respectful of that. I've never had anyone. I'm not a dick, basically. Do you know what I mean? Like that would be mortifying actually if I thought that that was It really would be mortifying to me. Right, so anyway, we're getting on that. So obviously, look, there's loved ones in spirit coming in for this too, because my nose is getting crazy itchy. So anyway, I'll see you on there. So thank you. That was really lovely. Thank you, loved ones in spirit that came through. You can come through again on the 23rd of December, and we'll make it a lovely Christmas shindig. Or I might do something even more special. Maybe I will. I'll feel into that. But yes, I'm going to be off and on again. So see you in a minute. Do I need a pee? I don't even need a pee or anything. I'd rather just crack on. So let's get on with this. Hard working Taurus energy kicking in. Because I didn't drink that much. Right. See you there if you're coming, or see you in a session. See you somewhere. Bye.